Hi everybody. I just wanted to explain in better detail what your assignment is. You guys are going to be introduced to InDesign software. So step one, you will have to download that from the Creative Cloud. You do have access with Santa Ana College's credentials if you're able to get Illustrator and Photoshop. You can also get InDesign. It's actually down here at the bottom of my screen, the little ID button is what it looks like. And the point of this assignment is to briefly introduce you to InDesign while also creating some kind of little catalog. I suggest making a leave behind little booklet that you could leave behind a potential job interview that you have. But really, you can make anything. If you already have a line of clothing that you're selling, make a little catalog of that line of clothing. If you guys participated in the Shein project, you can make a little booklet of just the Shein project. You can really do anything. This is all to benefit you. But I will tell you, it is helpful when you go to a job interview to have something that you can leave behind that shows some of your best work, just so they don't forget you. And I think it can be, kind of impressive that you made it. At the end of this, you are going to actually print this out, and you're going to save a PDF file. So what is this over here? We have the PDF file. There's a cover. You can call that page 1 if you want. Here's my cover. And then you're going to open it. And we're going to have page 2 and page 3, which you can see right here. Then if we turn it again, we're going to have page 4 and 5. And this is actually the middle of your booklet. This booklet is actually 2 letter pages. This was 2 pieces of paper printed from the printer that were laid flat, sewn together, and folded, making a little booklet that then also has 2 more pages, 6 and 7, and page 8 is the back cover. So what's really neat about InDesign is that you get to design, page 1 up here all by itself. And then you can design page 2 and 3 at the same time. So if you want it to overlap, you can totally do that. And then it's smart enough to know how to print those 2 pages of paper so that just, half of what you put on this photo prints, because what's really printed on this is this artwork for page 2. Kind of crazy, right? Also, page 1, what's really printed is this and this, right? So you don't have to think about how to lay out everything. You can just lay it out the way you want in InDesign and then print it. And you'll save a PDF copy. You'll also actually print out a physical one. Here's another one another student did. Again, you guys get to, now hers is not even binded together. I just found these in the classroom. I recommend just sewing it together. We are fashion students. It's super easy to sew it. Maybe even leave the thread long just to kind of make a point that you sewed it together. You could also get a stapler and staple it. You can get creative, whatever you think is best. But again, yeah, it's actually just 2 pieces of paper that you print out and you make this little book. So super cool. We have another example of a student that did this. You can do, anything you want that really represents you. Sometimes we've done, so this is a letter size paper. You're going to need 4 pieces of paper, which is going to make, 2 sheets of paper, printed on both sides, so printing 4 times, which actually makes 8 pages. That's how I'm going to help you guys set it up. Sometimes I'll make them even smaller, like this. So instead of getting, from one booklet from 2 pages, I can get 2 booklets from 2 pages. But I'll let you do the math to figure out if you want to do like a little mini one, or if you're happy with just the 8.5 letter size one. Okay, so that's the goal. That's what we're doing. I put a couple other examples of other students of what they did. I don't like to share examples because I don't want you to copy verbatim of what other people are doing, but I thought I would share those anyways just to get you guys started. Another great place to look for examples is that InDesign has a ton of templates. So if you just Google InDesign templates and search up catalogs or portfolios, they will have so much. So watch InDesign templates. I think the license that we don't have access to the templates for whatever reason, so we can't download them, but it's still a good idea of just how to lay out all of your stuff. So here you go, adobe.com, InDesign templates. I'm going to click that. And let's see here. Maybe I will even search. How can we do this? I'm going to scroll down. Find even more. See all templates. I'm going to do that. That'll be easier. I'll make this a little smaller. Let's see if I can squeeze that out. Yes, I can. Get more screen. Okay, perfect. Okay, so InDesign, what if I type in portfolio or catalog? I'm not sure what good search words are, but you can see here some ideas. So everyone has a different personality. Everyone has a different design aesthetic. I don't know what is best for you, but kind of pick one you think is interesting maybe, or make your own. You can also completely make your own. I'm just sharing this with you guys for inspiration and different ideas. I'm going to just click on this one for fun. And I believe it kind of opens up so you can see it a little bigger. There it goes. So this template starts with like a space for a big photograph. They have some font here, a date. So if you were to download this template, all you'd have to do is drop in the photos and type in your information. But since I don't think we have access to it, you can just use the tool that I'm about to show you for how to make a box to put a photo and how to use the type tool to type your own text. So this is just different ideas of different page layouts that you could do possibly. Because as you saw here, like all these are just a little bit different with how they laid out their work. So it kind of depends what you're trying to design, what you're trying to showcase. I'm not giving you guys a template. I'm letting you guys all design and decide that for yourselves. So what I will do is get you up and running in InDesign. So what you're going to do, you're going to say new file. Okay, here we go. And you know, one more thing, I think I'm going to say close real quick. You can go file, new. You are going to do a document. Even though you look at this, you're like, oh, it's a booklet, choose document. Okay. Then I like to work in inches. I'm a fashion designer. It's the best I can do. Now, if I were to measure this page, it's not 11 inches wide because I folded it in half. So it's half of 11 inches wide. So the width is 5.5 inches. The height, though, that's still 8.5 inches. I didn't fold the height at all. So I can leave the height at 8.5 inches. I'm shooting for 8 pages. If you guys find out, oh my gosh, 8 pages is not enough, I need more pages, I would recommend doing it in multiples of 4, because every time you add one sheet of paper, you're going to have 4 pages, 2 on the front and 2 on the back. So, you know, definitely minimum do 8 pages. Maybe you want to do 12, 16. It's up to you. Okay, and I think the rest of it, I'd probably just go with their default. You can change stuff later if you really needed to. We'll just say create. So I'm going to hit zoom out, command negative, just to kind of look at what's happening. So here are my pages that I have, all 8 of them ready to go. You're going to watch the little tutorial videos. I recommend it. They talk about how to insert pictures using the frame. They talk about the type tool, and they do a really good introduction as well. So those are the tools I want you to use. Definitely the type tool, which is where you're going to click and drag boxes, and those are going to be boxes that you can type into. And then same with the frame, this rectangle tool, you're going to click and drag, and then that will be a place for you to then insert and place a photo, okay, of your own. Another thing you can do is if you have your tech drawings in Adobe Illustrator, you can open Illustrator. Let's see here. I'm having trouble finding Illustrator for some reason. And where is my Illustrator? Okay. You can copy your work in Illustrator and paste it. Here, let's try Photoshop. Maybe Photoshop will work a little better. Okay, let's see. Let's try. I think it has to download it. Okay, so, oh, now my computer's just going crazy. Okay, go back to Photoshop. So let's see here. This is my image layer. So let's say you select your layer. I selected all of it. You could say copy, and then you can go to InDesign, and you should be able to just paste it directly. And same with Illustrator. I don't know why for this video Illustrator is not opening today for me, but whatever. Try that later. But you can just directly paste the stuff you made in Illustrator as well. Or if you have PNG files or photographs, you'll import them by using the place button as well. And then this is the frame tool for that. So watch those videos for that. One other cool trick I do want to show you guys is that they have a cool like master page you can use. So if you wanted on every single page, like maybe at the bottom, you wanted it to say your phone number and maybe your handle for social media or possibly your email address, I'm not sure. You can go to the master page. You can double click on it. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit by hitting, I'm on a Mac, Command plus. And I'm going to go ahead and make like a little text box here. And, maybe I'll just say my name, Kyla Benson Designs, and, maybe underneath it, just like whatever your handle is, or your website, whatever you wanted. Maybe you put like a little logo picture as well if you wanted. Let's see here if I could find a quick logo. I'm just screenshotting. I'm going to pretend like the Finder face is my logo when obviously it's not, just so I have something to paste. Okay, paste. Get your logo in there if you wanted. You could make this look probably a little bit nicer. You could put it just on one side or both sides, but then you'll notice all of your pages have the letter A, so I'm going to double click it. So I'm going to go to this one. So here on my master, I had my logo just here on the left page, and you'll see it on all of them. Maybe I'll zoom out so you can kind of see what's happening here. And on my master, I didn't have anything on the right-hand side. That's why you didn't see anything over here. So you could design that any way you want, or if you're like, you know what, I don't want the master on the back, you can take the none and click, drag, and drop it so that then the template is none, or the template's the one you made. They call it master. You can make B, C, you can make all kinds of more masters just by putting here. So that's kind of a fun thing if you wanted to add something on every single page. So anyways, this is your assignment, is to make a catalog. I'm not giving you a lot of creative direction because I want you to figure that out on your own. I just want you to use InDesign and use the place tool, use the type tool. I want you to print this out and bind it, and also save a PDF to share with the class. You'll take a little video of your actual one so I can see that you printed it out. There are very step-by-step clear instructions on how to print this guy out, whether you have a printer that prints double-sided or a printer that does not print double-sided. So follow those instructions and you should be able to print it out, no trouble. They're kind of lengthy. I honestly don't even have it memorized. I always have to go look, how do I print this out? Because there's lots of boxes you have to check. But once you check them, it's really cool. Print a ton of catalogs. It's a really neat thing to be able to learn how to do, because like I said, you can leave the leave behind for job interviews. You can make catalogs to leave at store boutiques to try to sell your things. There's just so many things you can do with this. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, reach out, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some amazing, great catalogs or leave behind books.